So you have all of these features. I think, I'm just going to go real quick with that because you have a blog roll, which means the blogs that you are paying attention to. You have pinging, which I talked about before, which alerts people to now a new post is going out, so you have that. You have archives. You have a timeline. Archive is very important because the internet keeps everything forever, and this is what we call hosted. A hosted blog is something that actually keeps that in one place. So blog features, again, I think you can look at that. Look at my blog. I have a video. I have all of my presentations on my blog, so you can put video, you can put audio. Here's an audio file that we have. We did a podcast, the AMP show. So, we have that on the blog. Again, so what do you really want to do? Make your opinion known. You want to add value. You want to post often, write less. Don't write an article. If you want to write an article, put it someplace else on your website. Call it a white paper or articles or something else. But these are shorter. Posts should be short. Descriptive titles for SEO. You want to also make enticing titles. As I said before, you want people to read it, so it's like the newspaper. You want to sort of, use paragraph breaks, so you're writing like you write for the web. Snippets, not huge gobs of information. Edit your post before posting it. Nobody wants to see a lot of errors on your post. Invite conversation. So you might have a post that says, let me know your opinion, or you might ask a question, or you might do a survey. Can you tell me this? Can you tell me that? Make sure you involve and engage on your blog. And then you want them to reference your blog, so you make it so that they can share it easily, and then thank people for their comments. I know I'm going quick. Okay. So keyword research. I think, in lieu of time, I think I'm just going to go quickly about this, but titles are very important. Get those keywords. Make sure you're keyword rich. Put them in if you can. Make sure that your assets, your digital assets, if you have video, if you have a picture that it posted in Flickr, make sure you optimize all of those. Put your keywords around them. Find out how to use the tools in those platforms. YouTube, there are tools in those platforms that allow you to optimize, put keywords in. Do it. Okay? Now, for advanced, here's some things that need to be done. The CSS-styled header tags, subheads, cross-link to themes, similar themes, so you can put it in the right categories if you have a posted or, if you post it somewhere. Short, clean, rich URLs, link structure, create unique content, and avoid duplicate content. If you have that same content on your website, Google's going to ignore it. So make sure any content that you add is not already somewhere on your site or somewhere else on the app. Don't copy someone else's stuff either. Okay, promotion. This is the main thing. You want to leverage and share. So there's widgets that you can. A widget is a tool that you can take from one thing and put it on something else. There's a tool that's called Share This. And you can actually just copy and paste it, put it on your website, and when you open that, it allows you to go to Delicious, StumbleUpon, and it has all those little icons that you can actually link to those platforms that are sharing platforms. So it makes it very easy for people who are reading your stuff to go and share it with other people. You want to be in blog search engines and directories. Submit, so this is posted. You want to post stuff on places that are going to be like directories where other people can find your information. We use SlideShare, by the way, a lot. And SlideShare, if you go to SlideShare and you post like your videos, your blogs, things like that, you basically can get a lot of press because people are looking for a lot of data on those platforms. So, it's a good search engine. And then you want to integrate all of this with your other social media platforms that you're using. You want a Twitter feed, you want a Facebook fan page box, you want a Facebook share button on that. If you have email and you're on all these platforms, you may want to put buttons on your email, say follow me on Twitter, see me on, so it should go on your website, it should go on the blog, it should go on. So wherever you are, you want people to know you're there, so in case they want to follow you, it makes it very easy for them to do that. And, a press release, that's still, something that you can optimize, and that's posted. Make sure you link back to relevant content. And then, basically, I'm going to skip down to content is king. If you can remember that, content is king. Write and post highly valued content on a regular basis. You don't want garbage. Garbage doesn't sell. So make sure it's valuable. And contribute unique posts to other blogs. Now, remember I said do your research? When you're doing that research at the beginning, before you even start to blog, and you start looking at your competitors or industry information, if you read something and it sparks something that you want to talk about, don't hesitate from posting on someone else's blog. Get to know how that works so that you'll be surprised to see, are they going to answer you back? Is it a conversation? What's the heartbeat of that company? And get to know that before you give up. Okay, so the other thing I was talking about is analytics. Don't forget, you can monitor all of this because it is the web. And there are some very good, Tracker is free, by the way. It's a little clunky, but it's free. And Feedster is the one I was talking about that's free, but there are a lot of, I think Vista has their own, blog directory. And then you can do Blog Pulse. Blog Pulse is another one that can give you some data on what's happening in the blogosphere. And what do these things have in common? Now, here's what I wanted to get to. This is important. So I want to make sure that we see this. Basically, your blog and your website are your home base. Now, this is new industry information about marketing. Everything else we call outposts. And there are a couple of new media people that are talking about it like this. So you have a home base, and then you have outposts. Now, your Twitter outpost becomes the home base for the Twitter, but it's basically an outpost from your website. But what happens in Twitter is you hook up to somebody else's outpost, but that becomes their home base. So what you can do then is become part of their community by commenting on their stuff. And then that becomes a center. So the centers now are moving. It's not the way it was before. And I was saying, old-fashioned marketing, here's your brand and the community is around the brand. Now, here's the community in the center, and your brand is all over the place. It's almost like the new cloud hosting. It's all over the place. We don't know where it is. But the fact is that you can have friends, fans, and people all over, and that makes a difference. It really does. So, blog and Twitter each have their own individual strengths. In many cases, they complement each other. We call that leveraging each platform against each other. So you want to leverage everything. It's like what I call a big tsunami. You have everything out there, and it's all optimized, and everything leads to you. That's good. Okay? Use Twitter to promote and announce new content on your blog, website, or place a link in a tweet. The more good content you have on your blog, website, or Twitter, more people will link to that, and more people will retweet that. You establish yourself as an expert in your field on Twitter when you can point your audience to good content, and you're that filter that I mentioned. You can generate more blog website visitors when you ask your followers to retweet or tweet with a link back to your blog or content. So you can ask them to do that. The more blog readers or website visitors you have, the more times your posts are likely to be linked to from your Twitter, and the better your SEO is, so your search engine optimization. Okay, and mentioning your blog website with good content casually in your tweets from time to time generates more website and blog traffic. So that's really what I have to say, and I am open to questions. So, had to brush through that last part, but okay. Anybody have a question?